Welcome to part 2, reason 6 to 10, why Barbie of Swan Lake is brilliant. Today, I will not only focus on the plot, but also on the music and the ballet sequences itself. Check also out part 1 for the original story. One of the most famous parts is the prince's dance with the wrong girl, not Odette, but Odile. Swan Lake is famous for its black swan pas de deux. Pas de deux means dance for two, and Odile is mostly known as Black Swan. In most of the productions, it is the same ballerina like Odette. Odile is pretending to be Odette, but she's wearing a black swan tutu instead of a white one. Well, why does the prince not question that his beloved Odette is suddenly on the dark side? In the Swan Princess movies, we mostly see the same thing like on stage, Odette, but only with black dress. But that's not the Barbie solution. Barbie has a very original story. I'm quoting. At the sight of Odile, the prince, amazed by her beauty, her face reminds him of a swan Odette. He calls his friend Benno and asks him, "Isn't she like Odette?" And in my opinion, not at all. You see your Odette everywhere. Benno replies, "This means only the prince is seeing the girl as Odette. He sees no black swan, but apparently everyone else is seeing something different, the truth." Barbie is working this out in a special way. We see Odette in her ball ballerina dress, like Prince Daniel sees her, but she is smiling evil. And sometimes we're seeing Odile, as everyone else sees it, and in this shot we can see how smoothly it is changing. Odette, Odile, Odette. And this evil magic is actually one of the central points of the Swan Lake Ballet. Another very famous dance from Swan Lake is the dance of the four little swans. It is actually the allegro moderato section from the swan dances. We know that right from the beginning, those little cygnets are an essential part of Swan Lake. Barbie used this triplet and this little boy for it, perhaps remembering them also from other Barbie movies. Yet they're not all supposed to be swans. Only Kelly is supposed to be a cygnet in her animal shape. The fox girl is unnamed in the movies, but called Marisa in the original merchandise. They are dancing in the ending of the movie. You actually see pretty well that they are keeping the crossing hands, and they are also performing the right steps in the movie. The dance of the little swans is one of the most iconic parts of Swan Lake, and is never found in any other Swan Lake movie. And they are children. Mostly in stage productions, the dancers are quite young, but not children, as cyclists are likely to be. Yet only Ivan and Carlita have a name in the movie, and both are also performing the national dances. Ivan, the Hungarian dance, Carlita, the Spanish dance, and Fairy Queen is using the Neapolitan dance to teach Barbie the right steps. Here, this is Carlita, performs the Spanish dance. I've chosen her because the Spanish dance is one of the highlights of Swan Lake. The national dancers have actually no connection to the plot. In the ballet, they are appearing at the ball. They can be used in a different way, entertainment, as dance for the other princesses, or as part of Rodbai's evil magic. The only dance we can't find is the Polish dance. The Hungarian dance is danced by Ivan, because the Kshaudras is traditionally only danced by men. The Neapolitan dance is originally a dance for two dancers, so it is quite right that Barbie and the Fairy Queen gets this part. And finally, the Spanish dance. The name Carlita not only sounds Spanish, but Carlita looks like a Spanish dancer. She uses her arm movements quite right up, and she has just the right perfect look. Also, her skunk costume is similar to the Spanish dress. The theme colors are black, white, and red, and she has black shoes, so she is matching perfectly. Perhaps you are wondering why there are national dances in Swan Lake. Usually, the national dances are depending on the location of the ballet. You will see a Spanish dance actually only in a ballet set in Spain, actually in Hungary, but not with Tchaikovsky. He loved traveling abroad, and he was actually very much in love with the opera Carmen. Carmen, the famous opera by Bizet, set in Spain. He watched a performance when he was also composing Swan Lake. That is quite no coincidence. You should totally listen to the Spanish dance from Swan Lake. Now, number 9, the music. The Barbie movie not only uses music for its ballet sequences, but also for the whole soundtrack of the movie. Check out my playlist. The movie theme song is The Flight of the Swans, number 9 of the score. It is the first time on the ballet we're hearing the Swan Lake theme. It is appearing later again and again in the ballet. Yet, it is not only so hopeful, it can be also quite dark and eerie. Another music for the swans is the waltz of the swans. The score number 13 is Dances of the Swans. They include not only the dance of the little swans, but also a waltz. The swan waltz is appearing 3 times in the suite. This waltz is very happy. It is the music for Dad's and Daniel's romantic dinner at the lake, in the moonlight, and they are dancing together. It is actually not the so-called adaptation, the white swan pas de deux. This other dance is seen between Siegfried and Odette in Barbie and the Pink Shoes. On stage, the lovers are dancing actually this slow piece, but in a movie it would be quite boring, in my opinion. A waltz is more cheerful and honestly suitable for a romantic rendezvous, because it is love on first sight. Odette wears a pink evening dress, and this scene is actually working without any dialogue, just like in the ballet. They have only this night, this love on first sight. They are communicating their love only with movements and gazes. From all the Barbie couples, they are probably spending really time with each other, but it's actually their intense relationship. The deep love is again expressed in the ending. Both are literally dying together and for each other. This is very different from all other animated movies. It is not like suicide or drowning, it is unity in death. This is one of the central songs of the Swan Lake Ballet and all the other romantic stories. No Barbie couple is actually closer, seem peaceful, and most of all, they really look and love each other. Just look at body language and the faces. In the ballet, the final scene has actually a triumphant score and a peaceful ending. I truly believe in a happy ending, and Barbie expresses both ideas. Barbie Swan Lake is really beautiful and amazing. In my next videos, I'm going to explore more the origins of Swan Lake, and I'm discussing the ending. I'm looking forward to your comments.